Hello everybody, it's me and Kingston. Careful. He's going to see himself on camera and he's immediately going to start singing and performing for you. Kingston, what are you doing? He's standing on a stool trying to get behind me. Hi everybody, how you doing? Thank you everybody for joining. As you're joining in, let me know where you're tapping in from. I've got Kingston behind me, so I'm trying to make sure he doesn't fall. Hey! We are going to get started in just a couple minutes. I have to type on my phone so I can pin something for you guys, but Kingston's climbing behind me. Hold on. Come here, buddy. You want to say hi? Look. Come here. Oh my gosh. Come here. Look, can you say hi? Say hi. Hi. All right. Can you say hi? Can you say hi, everybody? Say hi. So you ready to go to bed soon? Yeah? He's looking at it like, what is going on? He's so confused. All right. This is my boy, right? The baby. Yeah? He's like, that light is really bright. Everybody's saying hi to you. So sweet. Anyway, okay, I need to type on my phone. Mikhail, can you get on my live and type? Because Kingston's sitting on my lap. I know, he's huge. He's 37 pounds. And he's 2. Like, he just turned 2 last month. I don't know if you can see. Like, he's so heavy. And when you lift him up, he doesn't help you. Like, he's literally just so solid. Right? You big boy?
Baba.
Yes, he's so sweet. He's such a good boy. I don't think he hasn't been on a live like this before. Anyway, Mikhail's gonna type for me in just a second. He's very healthy, yes. Mikhail's gonna type for me in just a second so I can post that comment. But thank you, Mikhail. So, guys, I'm gonna go over, the future of credit repair and how it relates to AI tonight. Let me pin that comment. So I am going to teach tonight, give you guys some more information, but I did want to take some questions, like I gave you all a heads up and let you guys know that I am going live tonight. So if you guys did have credit-related questions, you'd be able to ask them. Here, why don't you go get your toys? Go get a toy. Can you get a toy? No? You want to sit with me? I should have known. See, this is why I was pushing it for the evening. Because usually he's sleeping, but he had a really long nap today. So we're trying to make it work. I've been gone for a while because I didn't even know you had another baby. He's adorable. Oh, thank you. Yeah, 2 years ago. Like crazy. I don't know where time has gone. So now we have 3 boys. We have Brax. He's 12. He's going to be 13 next year, which is insane. And then we have Weston. Weston's going to be 8 after Christmas. And then we got the baby. You might have to go with Daddy, buddy. Where's Daddy? Where's Daddy? Mikhail, are you out there? Can you bring an iPad or something? Sorry, guys. I got you in just a second. He wants me to get up. I know you want me to get up. Daddy's bringing an iPad. Here, you want my water? No? Oh, he left. Okay. So anyway, I had to redo my office because he has been wanting to be in here with me all the time. So I had to make it kid friendly, and I have a whole kid area behind me for him. But he just wants to hang out with me all the time. So anyway, so today, if you guys have, I'm frozen. Great. Why does my thing always freeze? It always does that to me. Let me know if you can hear me. Am I frozen? Am I frozen? You're supposed to be on my live watching. Okay. I'm good. All right, good. So I wanted to talk to you guys. I have my slideshow next to me. I really wanted to talk to you guys about credit repair and with AI and everything because, when I first started fixing my credit, we didn't have AI, like that didn't exist at that time. We had to handwrite everything, handwrite all of our letters, and everything, you know? And it's a lot of work, especially when you don't know what you're doing. Like we have our course, right? Like our Credit Essentials bundle. And we give you guys letter templates and we show you guys like how to write your letters. And you can even like plug in your information, change up the wording a bit and use those letters. But for people that like have never done credit repair before and just are brand new, it can be overwhelming. Like it can be a lot. I totally get that. So when AI came out, you know, at first we were kind of like hesitant to really use it, like most people were. And now fast forward, you know, it's been around for a while now, and I honestly like don't know how I went on without it. It allows me to be able to work so much faster and be able to get things done really, really quickly. And I'm sure that's the case for a lot of you guys too, for those of you that do use chat in your daily lives, you know, whether it's, you know, helping you to come up with what to eat for the week. If you're on a budget, helping you to come up with your budget for the month or different things like that. And if you're not using ChatGPT, I highly suggest that you do, because there are a lot of great, it's a tool, like, and it's great because you can go in and get so much information from it, but you have to be able to feed it the information in order for it to give you the best outcome. So I wanted to talk about like why people really struggle with credit repair in the first place, because a lot of people waste time typing letters, right? Like they spend so much time trying to figure out what laws should I put in here, and they don't even know the laws yet. Like they're just getting started. So they're really just like trying to figure it out. And the best thing like about AI is you don't have to know anymore. Like you just have to have the right prompts and what to enter in order to get your dispute letter out. Like to have it give you a dispute letter that fits your situation, that has the right laws that are going to help you to get the account removed. So it makes it so much better. And if you already have templates that you've been using and they've been working for you, you can use it to create, like you just put the text into ChatGPT and it can give you variants of that same letter. Because what happens is when so many people are using the same templates over and over and over again, because a lot of times what happens is like people create courses like we do, and they use like our templates, other people's templates, right? They just duplicate it over and over. And then when people are using them all the time, like, and they're not changing up the information, like they're getting used and they're being seen, and then it looks robotic. It doesn't look natural. And the best way for you to be able to get the best results is for you to have a natural letter that fits you and your situation and what's going on. And with the laws that make sense for whatever you are disputing. So for those of you that don't know yet, I will say, because I had Mikhail comment because the baby was in here. So I had him pin the comment. If you comment 850, it will give you our AI credit course that we just came out with, right? So that you can go and check that out and see if that's something that you want to implement. So whether you are somebody that already has our other course, our Credit Essentials bundle, it's literally going to go hand in hand with that. If you're somebody that's brand new, you don't even have our Credit Essentials bundle, you can just start with the AI course. And that's going to be amazing for you because it's going to make it really, really easy for you to just follow along. And if you don't know like who I am, or like you've just started following me and you know you see that I post about credit and things like that, my husband Mikhail and I have been helping people for years. Like I like to say that we're addicted to helping people to learn the information about credit so that they can learn to fix their credit themselves. We had a credit repair agency years ago. After we had fixed our own credit, we wanted to naturally help other people, you know, started charging people for credit repair and had amazing results, but then we weren't able to help as many people as we wanted to. So we created a course because we've been creating online courses. Like I had a course on how to start a t-shirt line. I actually had an Instagram following course years ago. And we've been making courses for years. So for us, it was natural. Like, okay, we're going to make a course. We're going to show people exactly what we did as a credit repair company and the strategies that we use and the things that we use to fix our own credit to help other people. And it's changed so many lives. Like thousands of people have our course and have gone through it and been able to fix their credit. And then it's crazy because it's like a snowball effect. Once they fix their credit, they want to do what we did. They want to help other people. So they naturally just go and help other people around them, whether it's friends, family, they start a business out of it, you know. So that's at the end of the day, like, what my calling is really to help other people to fix their credit, because credit is the foundation no matter what you plan on doing. Like, even if you're like, I don't have a desire to start a credit business, but like, I know that if I fix my credit, it's going to allow for me to be able to buy a house. It's going to allow for me to get a better car, right? It's going to allow for me to be able to get a better job. There are jobs out there that check credit. Back when my credit sucked, like years ago, I was in banking for 16 years, and I was like in between banks at the time. Like, I was looking to leave the bank that I was at, and I went to a different bank and I filled out like the job application, and that was when it was not an online application. It was like in person, and it said that they were going to pull my credit, and I was like, I left. I was like, no, like I can't do that because my credit sucks. And at that time, it was like, okay, that could have been an opportunity for me that I missed out on because of my credit. And that's the thing. Like, if your credit sucks, you're going to miss out on so many opportunities. Even for me, like, we have a business. We have a digital marketing agency, and we help other people to scale their businesses too, right? And when I first started my business, I was injecting so much of my hard-earned 9-to-5 income into my business, because I didn't know that there was a thing called business credit. Like, I had no clue, right? So I learned it from somebody else. Like, I took a mentorship and learned all about it, learned how I could leverage my good personal income to be able to get approved for business credit. So I was able to get approved for over $100,000 in business credit. Did I need it all? No, but I got approved for it, and all by leveraging my personal credit. So that's why, I'm here to teach other people, because if your credit's just going to hold you back from so many things, right? And now it's easier than ever to fix your credit with the power of AI. And I'm going to talk about that in more detail. So the laws, right? The Fair Credit Reporting Act and the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, they are available and out there for you to read, right? But the problem is a lot of people don't understand what they're reading, right? They're like, okay, I'm reading this, but like, it's just not making sense with me. There's some people that can read it and they're like, okay, I get it. But a lot of people don't know how to read it. They don't know how to use them, when to use them, right? So this is where a lot of people struggle when it comes to credit repair for themselves. And like I said, like, AI is literally changing everything. You can use AI to write ebooks. You can use AI to write email campaigns. You can use AI to come up with recipes, to write a recipe book. You can use AI to literally, if you're like, oh, I want to make like my own lotion or something, and I want to buy the ingredients from Walmart, you could type all that into ChatGPT and it's going to give you all the information that you need. And it's like, what? Do you know how many hours that would take for somebody to research and try to figure out, and they can get it in a matter of seconds? Like, that is wild. And the fact that people are not aware and are not taking advantage of this is crazy, right? So we can use AI to also fix our credit. So that's what I'm going to talk to you guys more about today. And if you guys have credit questions, you can also ask them as well, and I'm happy to answer them. Okay? So I'm actually going to give you guys a free prompt that you can put into ChatGPT. For those of you that might be complete newbies and you have no idea what to do, like when it comes to credit, like you just aren't sure where to start, the place where you want to start is you want to understand what makes up your credit. And if you were on my live 2 days ago, something like that, I broke down the 5 fundamentals, what makes up your overall credit score. So I did that over an hour period. I'm not going to do that again today. If you want to go check that out, you can go watch my live, or better yet, you can take this prompt I'm about to give you and chat will break it down into simple terms for you, okay? So here's the prompt, all right? Don't worry, I'll post this live on my page, so if you don't have pen and paper, you're driving, whatever, you can get it later. So it's, hi chat, can you explain the 5 parts of a credit score? Like, I'm brand new to credit. I want to fully understand what makes up and determines my credit score. If you type that into ChatGPT, it's going to break it all down for you so that you fully understand. If there's a piece of it that you don't understand, even after Chat breaks it down, tell Chat, this doesn't make sense to me. Can you use something real life, like a real life comparison, or give me a real life example so that I could better understand it? It's all about what you put in Chat is going to determine what you get out of it. So the more that you know in your head, the better experience you're going to be able to have with Chat, and the more that you're going to be able to get out of it. It's a very, very powerful tool, especially if you're a business owner. And if you're an aspiring business owner, you should definitely be using Chat, okay? All right. So here's what AI can do for your credit, all right? Number one, it can help you to understand your credit report. Because like I said, if you're somebody that's brand new, if you go and pull your credit report, you're going to be like, and you've never seen it before, right? You're going to be like, what the hell am I looking at? Like, what is this? There's a lot going on here. It doesn't look great. Like I don't recognize that account. What is that bank? Do I even have an account there? Like you're going to have all these questions. And a lot of times what happens with people is like information overload, they shut down. And they're like, this is too much. I can't handle it, right? Does anybody have that experience, like where they get too much information, they get overwhelmed, and they like psych themselves out? Does that happen to any of you? Like where you just get so much and you just like totally give up and quit? That happens to a lot of people. That's another reason why AI is so amazing, because it's going to help you to really understand what's on your credit report without you needing to know yourself first. It'll be able to break it all down for you so that you can fully understand and know where to go from here. Know what your next step is. It's going to help you to also identify negative accounts that are on your credit report, which those are the things that we want to dispute, right? Late payments, collections, charge-offs, repos, bankruptcies, you name it. Any negative account that you have on your credit report, even liens, child support, different things like that, those are all negative accounts, things that are negatively impacting your overall score and keeping you from being able to get approved, right? So we need to dispute those negative items. But if you're brand new to credit, you might not know where to begin. You might not know like what to dispute. What do I say? Like I see that's negative, Right now I've been wanting to fix my credit for over a year and I've been overloaded every time with it. Exactly. And that's the problem, right? But literally like Chat is the solution, because it's going to keep you like on the straight and narrow. It's going to break everything down for you and make it really, really easy. And it takes all the hard work out. So if you've been wanting to fix your credit and you've been looking for like a simpler way and more of like a hand-holding type of experience, that's what you can get from Chat. And I do, if you comment 850, I do have my course. It's $27 right now. It's on launch pricing right now, so it's really cheap. And the way that my husband and I teach is video format, right? So you're going to see like step by step. You're going to get the prompts that you need. You're even going to get a free ebook where it breaks down all the prompts that you need to be able to train Chat to be your like credit coach, like as you're going through it. It's going to like teach it exactly how to help you for your specific situation. Yeah, never pay collection agencies. Yeah. So I guess I'll tell you, this always happens. Like when people ask certain questions, I always like to go and give you like a real life example that I had. Yeah. So I've paid collection companies before myself. And every time I've paid a collection company, it ends up not being a real collection company. Like they end up being fraudulent or whatever, right? I end up having some other collection company come after me a couple months, years later. I still have to this day a debt that is out there from, I'm not even kidding you, from before my oldest son was born. He's going to be 13, okay? They harass me, and every time, like, I know what to say, so like and they go away. Like it's a mess. But so I do not pay collection companies, and I don't advise that anybody does pay collection companies, because what happens is like the original account gets charged off. It gets written off from the original company. And what happens is collection companies pick up that debt and they're going to try to get as much as they can that was owed originally to that company, and they're going to pocket that money. So that's why a lot of times they're willing to negotiate with you and take less, because they just want to get whatever they can get for it, you know? But yeah, I would not advise to pay collection companies. Disputing collections are actually like a really simple process. And that's stuff that we really break down in detail in our Credit Essentials bundle and in the new AI course that I was telling you guys about. Like if you comment 850, it'll send you that. You don't even have to leave the live right now. Like you could hang out and still get the information, and it'll be in your DMs when you're done. But yeah, so collection companies, like it's a really like simple process, and having ChatGPT, it's going to make it even easier because you don't have to do as much thinking. You just have to do the plugging of the prompts and tell Chat what you're looking for. And because, you know, my husband and I have had our course and have been helping people to fix their credit for years, we know exactly what prompts to give Chat. Okay, like we know everything. Like we've been testing forever, and we know exactly what to use. Chat is something that I use in my everyday life with my business. I use it to help me to write email campaigns, because I have a digital marketing agency, right, where I help other businesses to grow their marketing and advertise more and just be constantly in contact with their leads or with their customers. And those are things that I use I use Chat to help me to write those email campaigns. Now, Chat doesn't actually put the email campaigns into the system that I use. Like I have to do that. My team does that. But it really allows for us to take on so much more work, but not have to do more work, if that makes sense. So it's literally amazing. Chat can also help you to write dispute letters and to use the correct laws that you need to. You can just let Chat know, like, hey, this is the negative account that I have, and give it all the details about that negative account, and it will be able to draft up a letter. Even if you tell it, like, hey, I need like a game plan of how to go about disputing this negative account, right? It will give you a game plan. Literally, like I'm telling you, whatever you put into Chat, the more information you give it, the better. So whatever you put into Chat, that's what you're going to get out of it. A guy living on Instacart after a year of unemployment, over 8 months behind on Capital One. Your fave. What do you mean? Sorry, I'm confused. All right. Build your credit profile. That's the other thing that Chat can help you with, right? A lot of people skip out on building their credit until they've removed everything negative from their credit report. They wait until the end. And I don't advise on that, because as you're removing things, like you should be building at the same time. You want to add positive accounts, positive payment history, and the earlier you can start doing that, the better. Even right now, while you're on this live, if you're like, okay, I know my credit sucks, I'm just not in a position to fix it right now, still go and get some credit builder accounts, things that are going to start to build positive payment history up now. Because when you do decide, I'll have to go back and see, but when you do decide to fix your credit, you're going to have some of those positive accounts already, like when you're ready to do that. Let me see if I can go find your question. So I guess I found part 2. Better to let a card charge off and remove it, or try to remove the several months behind. So it really depends, right? Because credit repair is not debt elimination. Like, it's still going to be out there, and the company can still come after you for the debt. There are collection companies that do go after people for the debt as well. So I don't like to tell people what to do, but I get it, right? Like, whatever situation that you're in, I've been broke before. I've not paid credit cards off. Like, obviously, like I've had to remove charge-offs and collections for myself. So that's showing you, like, I stopped paying because I couldn't afford it, because I was making stupid financial choices in the past and I didn't know what I was doing. And I just, like, out of sight, out of mind, right? So I'm not one to judge what other people do. So if that's something that they decide to do, that's on you. But just understand that the debt doesn't, like, disappear. I would say, yes, sometimes it does kind of, like, disappear, meaning, like, nobody will come after you for it. But I'm not going to sit here and say, like, oh, like, yeah, like, totally, just don't pay your card. You know, like, that's just not, like, how I am or who I am. Whatever you believe and feel that you need to do, do it. But if you have cash flow, you have money, and you're able to pay those cards off, then do that. Like, that's always going to be the better choice, is to just pay it off, you know, and just put the account and just get the account into a positive situation. Even if the credit card is a negative credit card and you have the money to pay that card off and it has late payments, it has negative things associated with it, pay it off and then just dispute the entire account. Get it removed. Like, don't owe the debt, don't have anything. It's like the account never existed, right? That would be a better situation. But I get it. Times are tough. People don't have money right now, obviously. So, you know, you got to do whatever is best for you and your situation and for your family at the end of the day. But yeah, build up your credit profile like ASAP. I think he was trying to settle with them, but they will charge him off either way, thinking he can dispute it all. Yeah, like if he's able to afford to settle with them and they are willing to, you know, not report it, then cool. Like, you always want to have some sort of leverage, right? It's kind of like with like late payments. Like, if you have a positive account that you were late on a couple times, you kind of like want to hold that payment hostage, where you're like, hey, you know, I've been banking with you for a really long time. I want to put my account on auto pay, but I have these late payments and they're really holding me back. Like, I want to go and get approved for a new home, and these late payments aren't allowing me to be able to do that, because banks right now, they said, like, I have to get this situation cleaned up. And sometimes, like, more often than not, there are forgiving banks. Sometimes when you reach out to like just customer service, they'll help you out. Sometimes you have to take it a step further and do a billing error dispute. Or you have to like email the CEO or write a letter to the CEO and get it taken care of that way. So it's kind of like that. All right. So literally what you can do is you can upload your credit report into ChatGPT. Okay. And that's something that I did. I had a credit, something I actually had Chat do. I had a credit report, right? And what I did is I had Chat change like the information that was on it. And then what I did is I used that as a sample in my course. So if you comment $850, you'll be able to check that out. It's $27 on pre-launch. And then what it did is it broke everything down for me, okay? It literally did a personal information overview, and it detected all of the inaccurate information, like any name aliases, multiple addresses. It doesn't know necessarily like what's correct and incorrect unless you tell it beforehand, but it's gonna say like, hey, like I'm noticing that there's duplications of this name or variations of this name, right? Which is like aliases. Employers, it's gonna notice like you have multiple employers listed, when you should really only have one employer, one address, and one name, like one name variation, like you just want your name as it is, your birthday, you know, like all that information. And then Chat's gonna actually like tell you what action to take next, okay? And then it even went further to give me a summary of active and closed accounts. And then it even gave me potential FCRA violations just based off of what I uploaded into ChatGPT. Okay, it literally breaks it all down. It tells you these are the laws that you should be using to dispute this account. And then it gave me recommendations as well, like dispute duplicates, correct federal loan status. I'm just reading like my presentation that I had. Clean personal identifiers, add consumer statement. Like, it just gives you all of this information where like most people like wouldn't even think of these things if they're just looking at their credit report and they're brand new to credit. They would have no clue like what to do, you know? But it's just cool how Chat can really break that down. So like comparing the old way of credit repair and the new way of credit repair. So like before you would have to guess what to say in your letters, right? Like, yes, in my Credit Essentials bundle, I believe that Mikkel and I teach pretty clear, and we tell you, you know, what to put and how your letters should be and how you should rewrite them and handwrite them sometimes even, right? But sometimes people, like, they just still don't understand. They still don't get it. And that's okay, because you can use AI to guide you through that whole process. You literally don't even have to think. You just have to follow the prompts that I give you and put your information in there. It's super easy. And then hours of research from before, right? So what happened was when Mikhail and I first came out with our credit repair course, we didn't know much about the laws. Like, we knew they existed, but we didn't know them like we know now. With that, like, we had to go out and like actually research like the laws, the FDCPA, the FCRA, like literally research and study them. It took us hours. And the reason why we did, like, we didn't do it necessarily for ourselves because we had already fixed our credit. We went and did the research for other people because we knew if we better understood the laws that we could be better teachers, and then our students would get even more results based off of the information that we taught them, right? So literally that took us hours. But where I'm going with this is, like, you don't have to do that anymore. You can just have chat break it all down for you, okay? That's the new way, like just having chat, like, hey, I'm looking at 15 US Code 1681I. Can you break it down for me so that it makes sense? Like, can you put it in simple terms for me so that I can understand how I want to use this? Like, or I want to use this in my next dispute for blah, blah, blah account. How do I implement this? Like, how do I word this? And I want it to sound like it's coming from me, you know? It's crazy. You just have to, like, and I think the reason why people maybe aren't using chat is, like I said, like, they just don't know what to put. Like, they don't know what to say. They go, like, their mind just goes blank. And that's okay, because you don't have to know what to say, because I have it. If you just got it, $8.50, okay? My course is $27. It's on launch right now, so the price is going to be going up by the end of the week. And, you know, you're going to get all the prompts. You're going to get all the information that you could possibly need to be able to fix your credit. We even break everything down, like, by type of account as well, all right? So here's the 3-step AI credit repair framework that Mikhail and I came up with. So the first thing is feed. You need to upload and analyze your credit report. And chat can do it like a professional, all right? Now, you don't want to just take a picture of your credit report, like from Credit Karma, and upload that picture into ChatGPT. It's not going to get it as much. Like, it's just going to be like, huh? Like, and I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. They just give bland information. Like, if you put garbage in, you're going to get garbage out, okay? So when you put your credit report in there and then you tell it exactly what you want it to do, and it's going to do it for you, all right? And then identifying the errors or outdated information, because you need to understand, like, before you can even dispute, you need to know what you're disputing. And if you're brand new to credit, you don't know anything yet, like, you're still learning, chat can say, hey, this is what I've noticed off of your credit report that looks incorrect, right? And then it'll say, you can use these laws along with the inaccuracies and dispute them with the credit reporting agencies, or you can dispute them directly with the original company. It just depends on the situation and what kind of account you're disputing. Even like the bankruptcy removal, right? Like, in our Credit Essentials bundle, we have an entire section, and we have like a whole ebook that's just step-by-step what to do with bankruptcies, okay? You can literally like chat makes that process even easier too, where before people would have to, you know, look up, okay, like, what courthouse, you know, is it at? You can use chat. Chat knows everything. Chat is like, has Google, Yahoo, all those things all in one, right? So instead of using Google and Yahoo, just use chat. So you go to chat and say, hey, I had a bankruptcy. This is how it's listed on my credit report. I need to figure out where it was, what court that this bankruptcy was with, like, if you don't know, right? I'm just giving an example. And it's going to tell you and give you that information. It's actually going to be more accurate than Google or Yahoo, because it's taking information from all over the interweb. I was going to say internet, but then I said interweb. Cool. Is this, like, making sense? Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat. 1 in the chat if this is making sense. Let me know. I'm so used to doing Zooms. If it's not, you can let me know it's not making sense too. I won't be offended. And you can let me know what's not making sense if it doesn't make sense, because just telling me it doesn't make sense doesn't help me either. Okay, good. I'm glad you're picking up what I'm putting down. All right, cool. So then finally, the third step. So we talked about feed, find, now fix. You need to fix what's on your credit report. And chat is going to help you to write super detailed dispute letters that are going to be customized to you. They're going to be yours. They have all your information, okay? You want me to pin that one instead, Mikkel, or you just, all you did was add an emoji to that one? Oh no, you added a word. I'll pin that one too. Cool. Okay. Did you find you have to customize your chat or use a certain version like Pro for it to work? No. You can use it with the free version. So I do have the upgraded version, but it's because I use it for so many things. My son even uses chat all the time. I use chat to teach me how to do his homework. You know, like, because we are in 7th grade math. I'm going through 7th grade again, you guys, with him. Math is not his best subject. He will come home from school and my rule is, as soon as you get in the door, homework. Before you can get on VR, PlayStation, whatever you got to do, before you go to football, anything, right? Like, you have to get your homework done. Like, just get it done. So I'm literally going through 7th grade too, and like I'm decent at math, but like I don't remember every little thing and every little rule, and they teach it different now. So you want to know what I do? You want the secret? Okay, so I literally have a chat in ChatGPT dedicated to Braxton's homework. Okay, so what I do is I'll tell Chat, hey, like every kid has a book for whatever subject they're in, specifically math. It'll say whatever it is, like 7th grade math, blah, 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 written by, blah, 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 published this whatever year. If you give chat that information and say, hey, we're working on tonight lesson 1.4, all about fractions, you know, you can put that in there. It will like, okay, I know that book, like it knows the entire book, okay? So I give it that. And then what I'll do, I take pictures of his homework or pictures of the problems and I upload it into chat and it gives me all the answers and it breaks down the entire process so that I hear my kids, so that I can help him to understand it, because Braxton learns different, so I have to teach it differently to him, because he'll come home from school and be like, I don't know what I learned today. I'm like, why? They're giving you homework on something they taught you in school and you don't know what you learned? And he's like, no, like I have no idea. Guys, I bought this course and it changed my life. Oh my God, thank you. If I have negative accounts that Chad is saying should fall off in 2026, do I need to write them letters or to remove it, or is it automatic? So when you say you have accounts that are going to fall off, are they like accounts, or are they like hard inquiries? Because I found that even though some, if Chad's telling you they're going to fall off in 2026, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to fall off. I've seen accounts that are like 10 plus years old that, have stayed on the credit report longer than they should, like longer than the 7 and 10 year mark. Like they just stay on for so long. So you may have to dispute it. It really just depends on what it is. Charge off collection. When in 2026? Did it tell you when? That would depend too. And it depends on what you need now. like are you looking to have your credit fixed now? Like are those things holding you back? You have to weigh in all of the whole situation. June, I wouldn't wait till June. I would totally dispute it. I wouldn't wait for it to fall off. I would dispute it because it's not going to restart that cycle, right? Because some people, I can't think of the word for it, but some people will say like, if I start disputing it, it's going to restart the 7 year mark. And it's like, no, the only way it would do that is if you started paying on it, Yeah, I would dispute it now. Because worst comes to worst, like if you dispute it and you don't get it off, like it's going to come off. So you might as well just take the time and dispute it. That's what I would do. I wouldn't let it sit on my credit report. No way, Jose. Yeah, so with Fix, right, like I had said, it's going to help you to generate factual dispute letters that you can send. And in our course, we don't just show you how to send them one way. There are so many different ways that you guys can submit your disputes. You can submit them on the CFPB, which is electronic and free. You can submit them directly with the credit reporting agencies, TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, for free on their websites. You can mail them in, right? Certified mail. You can do BBB disputes. All right. What's the other one that I was thinking? The Attorney General. Okay. There's so many different ways that you guys can submit disputes, and we go over all of them in both of our courses. So amazing. You guys have to run, but good to see you. Good to see you. Are you back? Wait, are you back in the States before you leave? I don't know if you left yet. I'm just curious. Anyway, does anybody have any questions on anything I talked about thus far? You're not? Oh. All right. Well, have a good night. We'll catch up later. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. All right, guys. So we've got 2 courses. We have our Credit Essentials bundle. That's the bundle that most people have already. If you don't have it, go get it. Also, you want to add on our new course, okay, which I've literally been talking about all night, and how you can use AI, aka ChatGPT, to fix your credit. It's going to make it so much easier. If you get both those courses, they literally work together. But you can also use them individually if you'd like, and they're going to help you to fix your credit. The AI piece of it is going to be a lot faster. So if you're like a newbie, you're not good at learning new things and taking action, then I would suggest getting the AI course. Yes. Yeah, but guys, it's at launch price right now, so it's $27. And that's the other thing, like, our courses are cheap, not because they aren't great. It's because we know that people don't have a lot of money, especially people that are in situations where they need to fix their credit to be able to get into better situations and have better opportunities and be able to take advantage of those opportunities. Like, we get that. So that's why our courses are priced lower, because we want to help people that were in a situation that we were in. Like, we were living in Mikhail's parents. I was living in Mikhail's basement. No, we were living in Mikhail's parents' basement, all right, for a long time. After we left there, we moved in with my mom, okay, with Braxton, who's my oldest, but at the time he was like 2, 3, something like that. Like, we were like moving around, parent hopping, And then after that, what got me out of that situation, my credit still sucked at that time, but I was like, we gotta get out of here. Like, we had a slumlord. It was really bad. Like, the place we were living in was really, really bad. And we knew, like, both of our credits sucked. So I was like, crap, like, how are we gonna get out of here, But I was like, I'm just gonna apply anyway. Like, even if you have bad credit, you can still get rentals, right? So we applied somewhere, and my credit sucked. I had to put down a whole extra month, like, security deposit for my credit. But I'm gonna preach a little. The reason why, and I actually have the screenshot, that my landlord chose our application over other people is because she watched my YouTube channel. And she saw that I was hustling. She saw that I was like a hard worker, and I was trying to figure things out and turn my life around, and my family. Like, she saw all those things, and that's what inspired her to choose me. So my preach to you all, and this is what I was talking about the other night, is please learn a valuable skill. I can't talk at the end of the night. I'm so sorry. Please go and learn a valuable skill. Okay? You don't have to pay anybody necessarily to learn a skill. The skills that I have, I didn't necessarily pay people to learn them. I went out and figured it out. Trial and error, YouTube University, right? Like, went on YouTube and learned something. Things that people would pay me to do for them, right? things that I could do for myself to make money. And it's super powerful. And this is what I talked about the other night, and I feel like there's people here that maybe weren't there the other night. But the thing is, with the economy and the way that things are, right? The only way for most people to make more money is to give up more of their time, right? Go and get a second job, a third job, never see your kids. You have to make so many sacrifices. And the thing for me, like, I was in corporate banking for 16 plus years, okay? While I was there, I constantly was learning. I constantly was teaching. I was always doing things on the side to make money. I was always learning things, other skills that I could use to teach and to do for others. Like, I would build Shopify. I can build anything. Shopify stores, IKEA furniture, you name it, I can do it, okay? And it's because I had to. I didn't have a lot of money, so I always had to build things. And that's how I was able to start my business and be able to help other people. And that's how I was able to ultimately be able to leave my job, that along with credit, because once I fixed my credit, it was game over. Because I was like, I got thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, in cushion, so I can make the conscious choice to leave my job and be okay with it. Even though I have 2 kids, right? I can leave my job comfortably because I have cushion and I have time to figure it out. All right. And you all have that same power too. I'm no better than any of you. I'm not better than anybody. The only difference between me and you, well, most of you or some of you, is I made the decision that I was unhappy with where I was. I was unhappy with my income. I was unhappy with my credit score. I was unhappy with my job. I was unhappy with the fact that I didn't see my kids enough. My husband was at home helping to raise our children. I wanted to be that person. I wanted to do it with him, and I fought for it. I had to fight for it. And you have the power to do that too. And this is a conversation I have with my kids all the time. I'm like, and my oldest saw it. I'm like, we weren't given anything that we have. We've worked our butts off for every single thing that we have. And anything and I'm speaking to you guys, anything you want or desire is 1000% possible. The only thing you have, that you're missing is the action, the consistency, the knowledge. And those are all things that you can go and learn. And a lot of it you can do for free. I have a 726 credit score and I don't get approved for anything, not even payday loan. I also have 0 debt. I would need to know more about your credit because it's not about the score anymore. Like when it comes to getting approvals, it's about your overall credit profile. So I would need to know all the details about your credit profile. Those are things that I also teach, when it comes to getting approved. We actually, in our Credit Essentials bundle, we have a whole section where I actually walk you through a credit card application, how to fill it out and all those good things. But I talk about in there too, what your overall credit profile should look like to get approved. Because it's not just about the score. It's about what all you have. Because if you only have 2 credit cards, right? And then and they're only 2 years old, but you have a great credit score. Some banks might say that's not a lot of history to base off of. How are they 28 years old and they only have 2 credit card accounts, and there's only 2 years of history, something's not making sense, right? You need to add more history. And there's a lot of ways that you can do that. I did talk about that on my last live. It's in my feed. So if you go back to that day, I think it's an hour long, but if you go back to it, there's a lot of good information in there that you could watch. But yeah, so people, please go and learn a skill. Please do that. Do yourself a favor, do your family a favor, and go and do that. Because for where I was going with that whole story is, at the end of the day with Mikhail and I, if I was to go broke, I have skills. I don't need to, take up, I don't need to go and get a job. I have skills that I can use to go and make more money. So, and the only reason I went and learned those skills, someone didn't just say, you know, Dominique, you're going to be blessed with all these skills. Like, no, I have to go out and learn it and apply it, you know? No way. That's so funny. Like intuition. Like I knew. Too funny. But yeah, so when you want to get approved, you have to make your credit look worthy of being approved, you know? But there are, like, so like what credit cards do you have? Because for me, like I was in that situation too, like where I was in the building process. So you might just need to go and get some credit builder accounts, like to add some more like weight to your credit, like add some more accounts. It might take down your history a little bit, but because you have a solid score, it shouldn't take your score down like a lot to be able to add that. You don't have any? That's the problem. Yes, you need to go and get credit builder accounts for sure, because those are things that you don't necessarily get like approved for. They don't pull your credit. So I would just go get some credit builder accounts. You can go to Kickoff, which is like KIKOFF, I think. Kickoff Self. If you have a Navy Federal account, you can get a pledge loan. And that's going to really help you too. So if you're not in Navy Fed, I do have a video pinned on the top of my page, and that will help you to get into Navy Fed. Still works. People use it. But yeah, so once you have some of those credit builder accounts, and if you have friends and family that have good credit and they're happy to put you on their credit card so that you can reap the benefits of their credit, you know, that will help you too. Or if you don't, you may have to invest into a couple authorized user trade lines. And I would try to get authorized user trade lines maybe that are like even with that same bank. Like if you want to get approved for American Express, like getting an authorized user trade line with American Express would be a good look. So yeah, get into Navy Fed. That's some good advice. And if he's already in there, then he can just give you a referral to get in. You don't even have to use my video. Get in there. They're great because if you open a bank account with them, put some money in the savings, put some money in the checking. If you have a job like a 9-to-5 and you have direct deposit, just do like a little split of your direct deposit and have some of the money go into that account. I call that sticky products, like when I was in banking. The more like a bank like banks want loyalty, right? And they want you to like stay with them. Like banks want you to only bank with one bank. They want it to be their bank. So the more that you have like debit cards, bill pay, direct deposit, like all those things that are associated with that account, they're gonna be like, cool. And then you'll want to wait like, I don't know, like 45 days-ish maybe of it, like direct deposit and things like that, like seeing that it's going in there. And then you can go and actually do Navy Fed's pre-approval. Like once you are in there, you can do their pre-approval. And if you get pre-approved for one of those cards, you want to actually apply. I told him marry me first so I can have my card with his last name. LOL. Mikhail, I'm surprised Mikhail's not in here. Like, because Mikhail and I have been married. When did we get married? 2021? 4 years? Yeah, 4 years, I think. I don't know. All the dates just mesh together, you guys. But I think we got married in 2021. Yeah, 9/10/21 is when we got married. Okay, we've been together forever, okay? For a really long time. And I still haven't changed my last name yet, officially, like legally. Because it's so much. Like, do it. Like, get married. If you can, get married before you have kids and before you buy a house and all of those things, because, oh my God. And before you start a business, because like now I have all these legal things like my passport, my businesses, my house, you know, my car, all my credit cards. So what website is up since the FTC report website is down? So there are so many other ways that you can dispute. Like you can still dispute without that. That's just one way of disputing. So you'll want to use one of the other ways. Actually, if you have my course, if you have the Credit Essentials bundle, I have 2 videos in there concerning the government shutdown. Because listen, if something happens, like I'm very quick to be like, nope, here's a solution. Nope, here's an alternative. Like I'm really quick to find things for my students. And those are like any course that you guys buy from us. If there's like an update, I know Bennett is a good last name, but if there's an update or anything like that, I always put it in there for free. We don't charge you guys for updated information. Yeah, Bennett is a good last name. And all my boys are Bennett. Like, I have to be. I say that I am, because I am. I'm just not on my license or anything else legal. I have to go through the process. I just have to, like, literally do it. Can you show us where in the CEB those 2 videos are? Yeah, I can do that. Is Kingston ready for bed yet? You can just speak if you don't want to type, because I can hear you. Let's see. I gotta go soon though, because all of my children need to get to bed. Good. There's a lot in here. Here, I'll show you. There's so much. Can I unplug my phone? Alright, hold on. Unplug my phone because I have it on the charger. Hang on. I have to find it in here. Government shutdown. Okay, hold on. I'm going to flip my screen so I can remember. It's been a really long time since I've been on here. Okay, so in the disputing negative items on your credit report, okay, government shutdown. Oh my God, I spelled government wrong. I need to fix that. Okay, government shutdown, what to do as of 10/1/2025, and then utilizing ChatGPT to create dispute letters during the government shutdown. So there, I spelled it right. So there are multiple videos that I've created that can help you, okay, when it comes to the government shutdown. It's going to be under the disputing negative items on your credit report section. All right, and then in the AI course, like, you don't even need that site. Like, you can use the other ways that we teach you to dispute. All right. Does anybody else have any other questions before I tap out? Do you guys want me to go live more? Like, do you enjoy hanging out? Do you enjoy hanging out and talking with me? Like I said in my last live, I'm trying to be more consistent. Like, I'm going to be more consistent and go live more. As long as, like, people enjoy it and, like, want to be here, Like, if you don't want to hang with me, then, I have other things that I can do. But I'm happy to help people. Like I said last time, like, I know that my purpose is to serve people. That's always been my purpose. Like, I enjoy helping people. Like, that's what I did at my job. Like, I was constantly talking with people, so doing this kind of thing, like, makes me feel good. How much do you charge? I don't fix credit for people any longer. What I do is I teach people how to fix their credit themselves. And I promise you, it might sound intimidating, but it is the best way to do it. I can't tell you how many times I hear people, I paid this person $2,500, or I paid Lexington Law and they haven't done anything. Like, I paid somebody $500 to fix my credit and they didn't do anything. So the best option is for you to just learn it yourself and do it yourself. And even if you don't have a lot of time, that's why I have my AI course. So if you just comment $850, $27, one-time fee, you guys, okay? No monthlies. And you get lifetime access as well. And it'll walk you through the process of how to utilize ChatGPT, the free version, to be able to fix your credit yourself. It'll be really, like, straightforward and simple. And in that AI course, you guys, I'm a super organized person, all right? I like to, like, can I show them this? Yeah. I have, like, a weekly planner, okay? Like, right here, all the time, constantly writing in it. ChatGPT, like I have prompts in there in my AI course that are going to help you to create like tracking for your credit score to keep you organized, like different guides, how to custom create scripts for when you're on the phone disputing things or when you're on the phone following up with things. Like I literally give you all of those things. And then I'll be adding things to it too. Like as things come up, I'll definitely be updating because I have to keep it relevant. I'm trying to plug my phone back in. Sorry if you guys are getting like car sick. Jumping up and down. All right. Anyways. So I guess I will wrap it up since nobody else has any other questions, but I will wrap it up by saying a couple things. Fix your credit yourself. Don't pay anybody else to do it for you, okay? Learn how to do it yourself. If you can't afford either of my courses, my AI course down below, if you comment at $850, $27 one time, or my other course, which is $38.80, there's a coupon code on there. I think it's coupon code BOO, and that'll take a percentage off. But anyway, if you can't afford those, go and like learn information on YouTube. You can go to my YouTube. My YouTube is in my link tree, which is in my bio. And you can just go and like learn more information, right? But I feel like the people that, say that they don't have a lot of time, my whole thing is like, you have to make time for things that are important. And credit repair doesn't have to take you forever, especially now that we have AI. Like it literally will take you no time at all. It'll take you like a night that you dedicate to breaking down your, like you can literally do it in a night. You break down your credit report using the prompts that I give you in my course. It's going to tell you everything. You'll be able to get your disputes sent off the next day. Like you can, with chat, you can do that. Where before, like, yes, you could sit down in one night and get those things done, but it's going to require more brain power. It's going to require you learning a little bit more. Where chat is literally like cutting that in half. Someone has 5 months of late payments for 12 different accounts. Ay, ay, ay. So 5 months of late payments for 12. So did they have like a medical situation happen or they lost their job? I'm sure something obviously happened that caused 5 months of non-payment. Did any of those, like for 5 months, did any of those credit cards go, like are they current now? Did they go to collections, medical and didn't work? Okay, so for somebody like that, you're going to want to write, how recent are the late payments? Like this year? Like recent? Some are still open now. Okay, so the ones that are closed, get rid of the whole account. Like just dispute them and get them removed. Like if they're closed, negative accounts, like just get rid of them. Anything that is still open, I would try to, so if you have my AI course, comment 850. I have prompts and steps in there for late payments because it's going to depend on the situation, right? Like if you have only a couple late payments, you might want to do the billing error dispute, or you might want to do, email the CEO, write a letter to the CEO. Like you want to show the situation of what they're going through and how, like writing a heartfelt letter to the CEO and letting them know of the hardship that they went through and, how they're trying to overcome it. There's a lot of banks and CEOs that will understand and hear them and want to help them out. Show the proof of not working in relation to the late payments. Yep. But yeah, you're welcome. All right. I'm going to go and get my children to bed and make sure everybody showers tonight because boys don't like to shower for whatever reason. But thank you all for joining me. I hope you guys have a great night. I will be back. You can let me know. I'll post in my stories again at some point and take like a poll. I'll probably go live in the morning next time just to kind of like switch it up. So maybe I'll do like morning and then evening and more, like I'll go back and forth. But yeah, so For those of you that don't yet have our AI course, like I said, it is on launch. Oh, good. It is on launch pricing right now at $27. So if you comment the word 850 or the number 850, it will give you the link to go and check that out. And then we do have our Credit Essentials bundle as well. That's always in my link tree. I do have a free class for that is also in my link tree as well if you just want to learn more information. This live will be posted on my page. I do have a live that I did a couple days ago. So if you're just looking to binge something that's positive and informational and you want to just learn more about credit, then definitely go and rewatch this live and my last live that I did. But I'll talk to you guys soon. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and goodbye. Good night.